On 19 September 1996, during the regime of late General Sani Abacha, in city of Owerri, Imo, an innocent 11-year-old boy named Anthony Ikechukwu Okonkwo was unalived for money rituals. The little boy was hawking boiled groundnuts, which was his daily routine. He strolled along selling his groundnuts for peanuts to whomever wanted to buy. When he got to Amakohia area of Owerri, his eyes lit up with joy when a customer beckoned on him to approach. That customer was named Innocent Ekwanyawu, aged 32 years. The boy was called into the famous Otokoto hotel, and the little groundnut seller was visibly very excited. Since it was a hotel, it meant that the new customer would probably be, buying pretty groundnuts, which would mean more money to take home to make his parents happy and assist his struggling family. While waiting, the boy was treated like a guest. He was given a bottle of Coca-Cola to cool off from the heat. Innocently, he took the Coca-Cola and drank it. Now, as he was sipping his soft drink and taking a look around the glittery surroundings of the hotel, he could have imagined having a hotel of his own later in the future. As he was daydreaming, his vision became blurry and the sounds around him became muzzled and dull. In a matter of minutes, he dozed off, never to wake up again. His tray full of groundnuts was lying in a corner. Now, observing the boy from a safe distance was the man who had called him to buy his groundnuts. He had spied the boy's drink, and once he saw he was asleep, he took the limp body of the boy and dragged him into one of the hotel rooms. And what followed next remains one of the most evil things anyone can ever dream of. A sharp cutlass emerged from nowhere, and the boy's head was severed from his body in a matter of minutes. After the boy's head was cut off, he disemboweled his torso, removed his liver and other parts he needed. After butchering the boy and sorted out the organs he needed, he packed the head inside the polythene bag and buried his remains. The butcher Ekwanyawu then took the polythene bag containing the boy's head and headed for the next destination, to the house of the man who needed the fresh head, the man who is behind it all. After the gruesome murder of the little Okonkwo by Mr. Innocent Ekwanyawu, he left the hotel to deliver the head where it was needed. He then stopped a bike man to convey him to the place. It was the Okada man named Opera, whom he stopped to take him to his destination in Nizama, that realized that what his passenger was carrying inside a polythene bag was a fresh human head. It was still dripping with blood. When he alighted, the Okada man quickly alerted the police. The police then intercepted Ekwanyawu on his way back in the Peugeot 504 car. He was carrying the head with him in a polythene bag. He was going to the residence of a highly influential figure named Chief Leonard Onogo at Iziama Ikeduru local council area with the head. But upon arriving, he was told that Mr. Onogo had gone to Lagos. So Ekwanyawu had no other choice but to return to Owerri with the boy's head. Now, when it was time to take the headless body of Ikechukwu to the local mortuary, there was a massive procession and protest by Owerri people. People came out in thousands to protest the boy's ritual killing. They stayed around and within the hotel premises waited for the police to confirm that it was indeed a ritual murder. It was in the midst of this tension that the local media station made a horrible mistake. They made a miscalculation. They showed the image of Innocent Ekwanyawu holding the head of the victim. Now, the goal of the media was to assure the people, reduce public fear, and ask the public to help identify the boy and show official transparency. But what followed next was a catastrophe. All hell broke loose as the enraged people of Owerri went haywire after the image was first broadcasted on the 24th of September. All Owerri residents abandoned their businesses and congregated at the town's central marketplace. It was there that they decided on the next plan of action and outlined their strategies to do with the Otokoto headhunters. The news spread rapidly like wildfire. Every home in Owerri had heard news or seen the image of Okonkwo's head or his shallow grave. Unemployed and disgruntled youths took over the parks and issued threats to the Owerri millionaires. From the Owerri main market, the riots exploded and spread. Now, the pattern of destruction was neat. The rampaging crowd first went to the morgue, and from there, they rushed to the Otokoto hotel and burnt it to the ground. From there, they went to the nearby palatial mansion of Chief Vincent Duru, who is the owner of the hotel, and destroyed his property. His expensive cars were wrecked, and Duru himself narrowly escaped. Now, from there, the crowd split into attack groups and spread out to other sides of the privileged elites and unleashed maximum destruction. The well-known Piano Plaza and stores, alongside another hotel, Chibet Hotel, and various businesses linked to the Otokoto and their associates, were utterly destroyed. From there, they rushed to the palace of the traditional ruler and chairman of the State Council of Traditional Rulers, Eze Onu Egu Woke, and burnt down the residence and his petrol station. They also destroyed the king's 15 air conditioners and many of his cars. They are not done yet. From there, crowd troops headed for the residence of former Imo State officials. These administrations were targeted not because they were really involved, but because of what was described as their alleged unwillingness and negligence to properly tackle several cases of ritual murder, kidnapping, and robbery while in office. The angry rioters only agreed to calm down when the military administrator assured them that a full state-level investigation of the incident was going to be launched. Ekanyanwu, who murdered the boy, was aged 32 years and worked as a gardener inside the Otokoto hotel. Before the horrible incident, the people of Owerri were already very mad at the bizarre actions of some loud, extremely powerful, and obscenely wealthy individuals in the state. These people were highly connected and oppressed everyone where they went. Rumors were all over the place as their very dark dealings and even the possibility of ritual murders and killings. But no one really had any hard evidence yet, or probably those who had it were too scared to say anything. Whatever the case, these rich people who had no really tangible or easily traceable sources of wealth kept on living large and instilling an atmosphere of terror and fear on the Owerri populace. This was how Owerri was described at that time. Now, when the people heard of what happened inside the hotel to the boy, Owerri exploded with anger and resentment that had been piling up for years. For 2 straight days, the people of Owerri trooped out in their thousands, protesting and rioting. Not even the strong arm tactics of the Imo State military administrator, Colonel Tanko Zube, could stop them. The administration of the former military governor, Navy Captain James Aneke, was already seen as corrupt, 419 based, and even complicit in the protection of the Otokoto men. The Owerri public had no faith in the police, and as a matter of fact, the commissioner of police at that time, David Abure, was seen as the personification of corruption, who wined and dined with the evil ones. Following the arrest of Ekanyanwu, he was remanded in police custody while awaiting his trial. But while he was in the police custody, magic happened. He was unalived by food poisoning 4 days after. He unalived the boy on Thursday, and by Sunday morning he was found dead. But luckily for the interrogators, before he was unalived, Ekanyanwu confessed and mentioned Leonard Onogo as the brain behind the ritual killings syndicate. He confessed that the ritual killing ring was a well-organized machine that specialized in the harvesting of human body parts and sold them to those interested in using them for rituals and all the usual nonsense they claimed to be using them for. He also said it was Onogo who ordered him to get a human head. Reports had it that Otokoto saga had been in place as far back as 1976. Confessional statements revealed that no one was spared in the Otokoto hotel. Innocent guests and unsuspecting travelers who lost at the hotel were drugged or attacked in the middle of their sleep and hacked to death, after which they were cut into pieces for sale. Police officers who swooped upon the hotel discovered not only the shallow grave containing that of the little boy, but also graves containing other victims with their decomposing and dismembered corpses. The number of exhumed at Otokoto Hotel was up to 24 bodies. The man that Ekwanawu mentioned before he was poisoned to death, Leonard Onogo, was a business tycoon, and he was the junior brother Las Onogo, a junior brother to Las Onogo, a serving minister under I think Abacha. When the police arrested Onogo, he lied with a straight face that he never knew anyone called Innocent Ekwanawu and that he was not even in Owerri when the crime was committed, saying he was in Lagos at the time. The presiding judge then was Chief Justice Chioma Wosu Iheme. She sentenced all the suspects involved in the Otokoto killing to death. This includes Chief Vincent Duru, who died by hanging on November 13, 2016. Leonard Onogo was said to have died mysteriously in prison before the day of his execution. Now, Nigeria is still in the grips of ritual killings. Ritual killers or killings, anyone, almost 2 decades after the Otokoto saga. The same factors that gave birth to the 1996 Otokoto ritual killing are still in place today. Poverty, irrational beliefs in supernatural powers that led people to believe money can be made from flesh without doing any work. Weak, corrupt law enforcement agencies and super slow judicial system. The presence of these factors explains why, after bloody Otokoto saga, the country still had to face the Okeja shrine saga in Anambra State and the Soka Forest horror of Oyo State. The Nigeria disease is still there, yet to be healed. Otokoto happened in as far back as 1996, when many Jews who are involved in Yahoo Plus, ritual money, etc., were not even born then. Funny enough, all those who are involved in human ritual killing doesn't end well. This is because the devil has no free gifts. So youths, be careful. Say no to blood money. Say no to human ritual killing. Say no to kidnapping. Say no to shortcut to wealth. There is no gain in this. God bless you all. Follow me for more videos.